Yeah, here we go.
G'day, I'm Brian. This is Safari News South Africa. Today I'm going to talk about the naming of two leopard cubs in the Manyeleti, and it's quite significant for Manyeleti. It doesn't have the density of leopards that its neighbouring Sabi Sands does, and especially seeing these cubs are two females. Two females, potential for more cubs, because a male will always come in and mate with a number of females. So it's good to have two female cubs on the Manyeleti. These cubs have now been named, and their mother is the Sable Bridge female, so we haven't seen her on Manyeleti yet ourselves. And the names of the cubs are Sasakele and Shongele, both names meaning beautiful in the local Shangaan language. So hopefully these cubs, and they were discovered something like 3 or 4 months ago, for want of a better word, discovered. And they weren't tiny cubs, maybe they were a month or 2 old. So they're around, I would think around 6 months old, 6 or 7 months old right now. And again, hopefully they will stay on Manyeleti, get their own territories and expand the population of leopards on Manyeleti, which is very exciting. One of the things about these cubs is they've now become somewhat habitualised to safari vehicles, less shy, especially one of them. And they've kind of been hanging out in a certain area, which is exciting for people staying on Manyeleti in any of the camps. They have access to come and see these cubs, so very exciting for visitors to the Manyeleti to have these cubs that are getting used to having vehicles, and vehicles kind of know where they are. You often spend a lot of time tracking leopards for hours in Manyeleti without success. But let's talk about the naming of cubs. So, as I said, they could be around 6 or 7 months old now. I'm not exactly sure. No one's kind of guesstimated. First thing is that no particular lodge or ranger names cubs. It's generally all the rangers, all the guides. They get on the radio, they talk about it, and they discuss what the name will be and then come to a decision together on what the name is going to be. The second thing is naming of cubs at a certain age. Now remember a story, and this is why they don't like to name cubs when they're very small. And I believe from memory this was on the Manyeleti. There was a lion cub born, and it was a bit of a struggler, a straggler. You know, the mother wasn't feeding the cub that well, and they gave it a name at a very young age, and they called it something in the translator like survivor or something like that. But it didn't survive. So naming gives an emotional attachment, more of an emotional attachment to the animal. You know, when you're reading about them online, you just say, I know that one. So they don't like to do it. And I didn't agree when they named that lion cub so young and it looked to be struggling so much. So these leopards look like at this age they've learnt survival skills. They're not independent from mum. I'm sure they could go and hunt small critters, you know, rodents for instance, but they have shown a level of survivability, wariness of predators in the area, hide, escape, evade, climb. So they get to that age and then they name the cubs because they believe they now at a certain age have a higher chance of survival over the long term. So anyway, that's the naming of the two leopard cubs on the Manyeleti. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.